Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Lisa Marie and you've just tuned into Bank Life. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hey, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment. All right, so this is part 2, Dallas versus Stewart. Now, if you remember on part 1, Miss Stewart, they were bringing Miss Stewart into the court to speak to Judge Lauren Lakes. All right, so let's hear what she has to say.
Okay. This testimony is troubling.
Yes, very troubling. And it was not true.
What part of the testimony do you disagree?
How they met? Cedric met her online.
Okay. And so you believe he was actually looking for
Exactly.
a relationship outside the marriage?
I wouldn't say a relationship, but relations.
All right. So here we have it. We have Mrs. Stewart, Mr. Stewart, who you see in the picture, wife, who's saying, listen, they didn't meet like how Miss Dallas, his mistress, who said she met him at a restaurant 6 a.m. and he came over and paid for her food, but they met online. But not only does she say that, she's saying, hey, my husband was looking for not a relationship, but for relations. Well, and just so to make sure my video goes through, husbands may cheat for a variety of reasons, including feeling emotionally or sexually unfulfilled in their relationship, experiencing poor communication with their partner, having low self-esteem, facing significant stress in their lives, struggling with addiction or having underlying mental health issues that affect their decision making. Sometimes cheating can also stem from a lack of intimacy, feeling neglected, or simply being attracted to someone else. So these are the reasons when I Googled the reason why husbands cheat. All right, let's get back into the video.
Relations.
Exactly.
Do you believe Miss Dallas knew he was married from the beginning?
I wouldn't say she knew from the beginning, but she knew very, very early.
And how do you know that is for certain?
She called me.
And said?
She was just saying, like, are you and Cedric still together?
Wow. So here it is. You're the wife and you're getting a call, allegedly, from the mistress saying that, hey, are y'all still together? That's my husband. What do you mean are we still together? What are you talking about right now? So I already told y'all, when it comes to these wives coming to paternity court, they don't play no games. They come with a serious ill look like I'm not playing. Y'all leave my husband alone. Oh, man. I don't know something about marriage. I just think you get that fierce look like I ain't playing with you. Stop playing. All right, let's continue. Let's see what else she has to say. Let me move it up a little bit so YouTube can go ahead and let this video go.
Various men.
Those inboxes are what they send me. You don't see nothing of me sending nothing back to them. I can't help when nobody send me on Facebook or whatever they asking me.
All right, so Ms. Stewart said, the reason why I don't believe these children belong to my husband is because here, I got some receipts. Now, I don't know how she got these receipts, but she got receipts of inboxes that are going to Mrs. Stewart's inbox from online or Facebook. And she is saying, hey, I don't believe it's my husband, child, because she's been interacting or communicating with other men. But the mistress, Miss Dallas, is saying, listen, I can't help it if men inbox me. It's not what they inbox me, it's what I reach out. So she's saying, I'm receiving all this inbox, but this child belongs to your husband. All right.
So long, you know what I mean? She got other kids, you know what I mean? I got a relationship with them, you know, so I wouldn't just be gone.
Wait a minute now, you standing next to your wife and you telling me how you gonna be there for your mistress. I'm getting confused. Who are you actually with right now? Who are you with? Who are you actually with right now? Who are you with?
Cedric.
Lakeitha.
And she's like, Cedric? No, Cedric has a wife. Come on now. Cedric has a wife. She's like, Cedric. So he's saying, listen, I can't just drop her because I built a relationship and she has some other kids. Who cares? She had other kids before she met you. You have a whole wife. Now, mind you, if the child is his, then I could understand him saying, you know, I'm going to help her with the child. I'm going to take care of my child. I'm going to make sure I'm going to pay child support. I'm going to do what I have to do. But really, you bringing mess to your wife and you talking about you going to be there with your mistress. So the judge is confused, like, what in the world is going on here? So you're taking the side of, this is somebody you said forsaking all others in sickness and in health. You're saying all of this stuff at the wedding, right? And then you letting this mistress come in your life where you're forsaking your wife? You got it. Come on. Now, can we talk? I mean, you already know what time it is.
For his kids because
Lakeitha
with
has
me.
I've been with this man for 14 years.
Okay,
I know.
and I've been with him for the past year.
You haven't
And
been with.
It doesn't
You
matter.
haven't even
Just
been
'cause
knowing
the
Cedric
time
a
you
year
think
yet.
that-
Now, she's saying, listen, I've been with this man. In other words, you know, this is what, and I love when people say that. People want to reap where they did not sow. And she's been with him for 14 years, married for 10 years. Now you got the mistress who know him for a year. Oh, I know all about him, but you didn't even know he had a wife. Come on. Part 1, do you remember? She didn't even know he had a wife. Why? Because he didn't tell her. He said, you know, you can't come to my house because I have unwanted guests, if you remember on part 1. And who was the unwanted guest? Oh, she asked him, do you have a girlfriend? He said, no. A baby mama? No. A wife? Yeah. This is somebody you know for a year. You don't know him. Come on. Now, can we talk?
You haven't even been knowing Cedric
It
a
doesn't
year
matter.
yet.
I'm telling you,
You
when
can
he's
say
done
you
life.
We're still in mess.
Now, the judge is going to regulate because she noticed that, hey, what's going on? Y'all all fighting around, so she began to let them know. Like, y'all, ladies, y'all are going through, and Cedric in the middle, like, do them.
Ladies,
you know?
ladies.
And she don't understand. All right, and they could talk. And listen, I tried to put them talking a lot on the video, and I keep getting it kicked back. So I got to tell you that they love to talk, and she's Miss Dallas began to talk about one of her associates of her sending him naked pictures of themselves and telling him that she's out there, you know, with other guys, and she's saying she's just doing that to break us up. And the point is, you already broke somebody else up. You're in somebody else's territory, right? Right? Okay. Mistakes happen, huh? You know, mistakes happen. You know, you make a wrong turn. Just correct yourself and make the other turn. He's married. I don't even understand. I don't understand what's going on. Leave the married man alone.
Exactly what's happening here. And you know he's playing you all.
Yes.
But you still standing here getting played. That's what I'm trying to understand. Why?
And so the judge is like, why are y'all both standing here and he's playing both of y'all? You know what he's doing? He's going from one house to the next, back and forth, back and forth. And the judge is like, hey, you do know he's playing you, right? Let me try to, if I can show some of it.
No.
Did Lakeitha not tell you that?
manipulated me on that time and stuff, but
Did
like I
Lakeitha
said,
not tell you that?
Manipulate
Did
them.
Lakeitha not tell you she have her kids 2 months
no,
early?
you told me.
No,
she
I
said
did
that.
not write.
You told me she
You
said
trying to
that.
add up the
You
told me
days
she
since I
said
had
So
my
what's
son
this
too
issue
early.
about the timeline, though?
Because I'm big. You know, they was going off the measurement of my belly. I didn't start showing until I was like 8 months, really getting a round belly and stuff or whatever. But the measurements was threw off. But the ultrasound was right on point.
So wait a minute. You all have so much information. You all have had...
So she's saying, hey, y'all have so much contact. They going off of this and they going off of that. So the wife is saying, listen, it might not even be my husband's because you're 2 months, you're off in your timeline. And she's saying, no, but the ultrasound is right because my belly was this. Y'all going based on my size. Bunch of confusion. So this man has brought all of this nonsense to his wife. Let's move on.
Not
doesn't bring
Lakeitha.
it
The
to
only
safety.
issue I have with Lakeitha is, okay, if We have women out here like you. What marriage is gonna last? If you know you're sleeping with a married man, no marriage is gonna last because they know they can go to her, or her.
Hold on now, Miss Stewart. It's just your husband's doing. He told me before you came in the courtroom. I said, were you out acting like a single man? He said, yes.
All right. So she's letting her know, don't blame the woman, blame your husband. And she said, yeah, I'm in a relationship with my husband. But in fact, if we have women out here targeting the man, that's what she's saying. But the man still has to make a decision. He has to make a decision. And why is he out here? What's going on in the home? What is he unfulfilled in? You know, is he going out for other reasons? What is his reasons for stepping out? He's making that decision. So you got to take it up with your husband. But I just don't like the disrespect that the wife is getting in the courtroom, because he doesn't look like he don't mind leaving with the mistress and leaving his wife. Now I got an issue with that.
That's it. Because when a married man acts like a married man, it ain't nothing Miss Dallas can do.
I don't even think he knows what a married man should act like.
And that is the point. Because you're saying you don't even think he knows what he's supposed to be doing. He's made his own lane, and it's right smack dab in the middle of both of you all's neighborhoods. And he's just going back and forth.
Right. See, I just want y'all to hear that. He's going back and forth. You know, when I feel like it, go to the mistress, Miss Dallas with the pink bow. And when he feel like going home to his wife, he go home to his wife. And okay, now I'm going to go back here. And now you pregnant, maybe I'll spend a little more time now with the wife. And so he's playing both of them because he don't have to choose. They're not making him choose. They're not putting a demand on him. He's not being held accountable. And the bad part about it is that we have a beautiful, beautiful, handsome little boy in the middle. Come on. All right. And we need to know, because that little boy needs his father.
So, Mr. Stewart, if baby Lamar is your biological child, are you planning to have a life and a relationship with Miss Dallas?
Yes.
And if he is not your biological child, what then?
I probably go on my own. I don't need nobody.
Oh, see the attitude? I probably go on my own. So he's not even talking about going home. Now, could it be? Let's go over the reasons why husbands cheat again. Could it be that he's feeling emotionally or sexually unfulfilled in their relationship? Experiencing poor communication, definitely with their partner, having low self-esteem, facing significant stress in their lives, struggling with an addiction, or having an underlying mental health issue that affects decision making. And sometimes cheating can also stem from a lack of intimacy. Maybe he has no intimacy with his wife. Feeling neglected, or simply being attracted to someone else. Relationship issues, personal issues, sexual dissatisfaction, mental health, or life stress. These are the reasons why men cheat, or husbands cheat on their wives. So I wanted to look that up to see, you know. And so why isn't he saying, I'm going to go home with my wife when this is done? So there's a breakdown somewhere in their marriage, because he's saying he going with the mistress. Now I feel terribly bad for the wife in this particular situation, because really he should be headed home with his wife. These are not the right answers he's given, but maybe he's just keeping it real.
Miss Stewart, what is Mr. Stewart, your husband, what is he saying to you right now?
She don't know. So we're going to continue. Let's see if we can get the results.
The only way we're going to move forward in this situation is to get the results. Jerome.
Yeah, they need the results. They definitely need the result. And this is bad. I feel sorry for the wife.
Thank you.
I see.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as...
You know, I feel so sorry for his wife. He's kind of like excited or whatever, but his wife, and by the way, he has no children. They have no common children. This is what he says. So she might have children already. I'm not sure. They don't really talk about her children on her side, but he has children by someone else, and 3, and now he has this little boy, which he stated that he was excited about. If it is his, because he was excited in the beginning, he said. He put his name on the birth certificate, did all that, and the wife has to hear all of this in court. Well, what do you think? Do you think the kid is his? All right. Give you some time to think about it.
Follows. In the case of Dallas versus Stewart, when it comes to 1-month-old Lamar Stewart, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Stewart, you are the father.
Hey, I told you, baby. I told you. I ain't got no reason to lie.
All right. So he is the father. Now the judge is going to admonish him that he needs to, get it together for the child's sake and come to a decision. She didn't really say anything after that, but pretty much he just needs to come to a decision because there's a little boy that's in between this. And she was saying it's not her place to really tell him what to do, but she'll make sure they get counseling and so forth. But he needs to make a decision because the going back and forth pretty much got to stop, and he needs to make a decision and be there for his son. What a mess. All right. I think he should go home to his wife and give the other woman child support, be there for his son, once in a while, common ground. And in other words, yes, they need common ground, not where he's going over there and just making drops and not coming back to the next morning, no games playing. And so that's what I believe. What do you think about this case? All right, let me know in the comments. Well, I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So this is the result. He is the father, unfortunately. I hate to say unfortunately, but in this situation, I'm not really liking this. All right, but he is the father. All right, let's go. I'll see you on the next video, and I'll see you in the comments.